Hello there, my darling dragon friends. Welcome to my channel. My name is Ariel. I am the Sassy Dragon, and today we are going to be smelling and reviewing the newest Chanel Chance flanker, that is Eau Splendide. I have got a sample here of this. I smelled it once at the store, and I'm just getting around to reviewing it. So it does come in that, pink Chanel, the Chance box. It is a lavender color. I don't think you can see that just from the sample, but in the big bottles it is a lavender color fragrance. This is a new one for spring 2025, so let us go ahead and mist that on. It is so pretty. I smelled this in the store, and I was walking around with my mom. Woo, it's strong. Yeah, this one is pretty strong for a springtime fragrance. Very lemony rosy is what it hits me with right away. Oh, very bright, fresh, juicy, rosy for sure. This was created by Olivier Polge, the Chanel in-house perfumer. And the top notes are red fruits, raspberry, rose, violet, and peach. It definitely has a little bit of all of those. I can definitely sense it, but the rose is the strongest, along with some of that fruitiness, but the middle note, that Rose-Geranium, is very strong to me, because geranium has a very, very lemony, floral kind of scent. It's very specific. If you don't like geranium, you will not like this perfume, because it is very much centered around that note. And the base is very light. It has the white musk and cedar, but it's not a heavy, woodsy, musky smell at all. This is very light, very bright. Something about it reminds me of a perfume that Yves Saint Laurent used to make called Baby Doll, and I was crazy about it back in the late 90s. And this one, it has just a little bit of that thing. I think some of the Chanel Chance fragrances have a lot of grapefruit, and I always thought of Baby Doll as having a grapefruit quality to it, even though that's not listed in its official notes. And grapefruit is not in the official notes on this one, but it still gives me just a little bit of that citric feeling. It really does, because like I said, Rose-Geranium always has a little bit of a slightly green, slightly citrus twist to the rose. It's not just a rose scent as we think of rose. But we do definitely have a straightforward rose in the opening, which is very, very nice. I love the peach. I like the raspberry, because the raspberry here is not super syrupy. It's not sugary. Raspberry notes in fragrances can be very hit or miss for me. Sometimes I really love them, and sometimes I'm just like, ugh, no. It can be a little much. But this is blended so nice up in the top. I really do like it. Let me see what else it has to say about it on the Fragrantica site. So, radiant, magnetic, vibrant, sparkling raspberry accord with a delicate rose and violet facet. So it does have just a touch of that powderiness from the violet, which I really love. There's something like almost a sweet rosy, almost a slightly cosmetic quality from this. It's almost like putting on a really fancy, nice powder or nice cosmetic. Has a little bit of iris too, so that gives it just a little powderiness extra. That is such a nice scent. Like this to me is like, I can't say it's a complete people pleaser, because some people are not going to like that lemony geranium rose quality to it, because it is very rosy. But it's that bright, sparkling citrus kind of rose. It just smells fantastic. I think this is just a gorgeous scent for the spring and summer. It highlights a pure extract of geranium rose leaf, particularly cultivated by Chanel's own fields. So it's a very specific kind of geranium rose leaf. That's beautiful. That's what gives it that nice greenness. Has a rosy, natural impression. Yep. and it has a refined lasting trail. So I think this is a beautiful scent. I honestly think, like, I never attribute fragrances to ages or genders, but I really feel like this is an all ages scent. Like, I could see people from very young all the way up to, 100 years old wearing this. But it definitely has a bright, vibrant, youthful energy. So I would say that whoever wears this, I imagine someone who's very vivacious, outgoing, just loves to talk to people. That's the kind of fragrance that this feels like. It feels like if you're wearing this, like this is just, this very light, fun, social kind of fragrance. It's very much for rose lovers. I think, I need to do reviews of the other Chance fragrances. I haven't had the chance to do that yet, but I definitely need to review more of them because there's so many of them. There's, the original, there's the Chance Eau Tendre, there's the, I don't know if they still make Chance Eau Vive. There's a whole bunch. The Eau Fraiche, that's the light green. But what I really like about this, as far as, the Chance family goes, as far as I know it, I'm sure there's people that know way more about those specific fragrances than I do. But what I like about this is it definitely has enough of a difference to make it its own thing. It's not like it's just another, it's a flanker kind of, but it's not just another variation of it that smells almost identical. It's definitely its own, it has its own identity, which I love about it. So yeah, if you're looking for something, it's got that, and it has that Chanel classiness about it. None of it is too much, right? It reins back that, it gives you those fruity notes without it being sugary, sweet, sappy, over the top in that way. It really reins it in nicely. That's probably why I like the raspberry in this so much, is because it is not an over the top. It's more natural. It's more authentic. It's like what I actually think of a raspberry as smelling like. And I'm always a little bit of a sucker for things that have like a tart, fresh, fruity note. The newest Valentino Donna Born in Roma, the extra dose. Oh, it's so vanilla, and it has just a ton of very, very strong vanilla in that fragrance. But the thing that I love so much about it is that strong black currant on the top. It's so nice and tart, and it's such a nice offset to the sweetness. And I think I'm about to sneeze. We got to sneeze from this one. Uh-oh. I hardly ever sneeze on camera with a perfume, y'all, so this one got a sneeze out of me, so it might set off y'all's noses a little bit, but it's okay. It's not bad. I don't feel like I'm going to sneeze again. I think I'm all right. But it is. It's that I'm telling you, it's that geranium, that leaf. It's like it's that greenness. It just hits just that part of your sinuses. But anyway, as I was saying, those nice tart, fruity berry or red berry notes. Oh, I kind of am crazy about that. So this is one. I'm not like the biggest rose lover. I love Givenchy roses. I love the very irresistible roses in those perfumes, but I'm not necessarily like a rose person. But certain ones are very beautiful, very, very lovely. This one, I would actually consider buying a larger bottle of it because I really do like the way that smells. It reminds me a little bit of YSL's Baby Doll perfume from back in the 90s. There's just a little bit of something about it that reminds me of this. A little rosy, a little fruity. It's got that tart sparkliness to it. There's something a little nostalgic about it in that way. So I really do enjoy this one. I hope you get a chance to try it out too. If you do, let me know what you think of it, if you already have it, and if you love it, don't love it. Also, be sure to leave in the comments if there are perfumes that you would like me to review in the future. If I have them already in my collection, I will make sure to make those a priority as I go through making these videos in the future. Thank you as always so much for spending time with me, and I'll be talking to you soon. Take care.